Hi there, and welcome to the first episode of Thoughts, Feelings, and Concerns. I am starting this sort of like series of videos as part of like a passion project that I'm doing, just for like personally for my own benefit and stuff. Currently, I am not 100% certain what I'm going to do with these videos, whether I'm going to upload them online or anything like that, but I was inspired by an individual that I saw online to start something similar of my own accord, if that makes sense. Maybe going forward I'll show my face, not 100% certain, but for now it's gonna have to enjoy looking at the walls of my room and the ceiling and like the door frame and stuff. But yeah, so the first episode I sort of wanted to talk about self-worth. Personally, I feel that sometimes in life, like instead of appreciating what we have, we like focus on what we don't have. I feel like the whole idea of like being present and stuff is realizing what you have in this moment. Because like chances are, if you look back like maybe a year ago, 6 months ago, you'll notice that you'll have stuff now that you wanted then, but you don't really care about it because you're like focused on getting something else. If that makes sense. I feel like it becomes like very backtracked, like living too far in the future, if that makes sense. I feel like that's I don't want to say like a wrong thing, but I feel like it's very easily like the tendency for stuff to slip by. Like it just disappears. Following this on self-worth, recently it's a good quote I saw. It goes by, "Comparison is the thief of joy." When I first heard this quote, I was like, damn, that's a good quote. But, I feel like it's very applicable to everyday life. I feel like what I said just before as well about not having certain things, that doesn't have to be necessarily materialistic. That can be also just like another person's qualities and stuff. And yeah, I feel like that can take away from you as an individual and stuff. Like, whoever's watching this right now, I want you to think of maybe three personal qualities that you have that you're grateful for. Because I feel like we can get so caught up in looking at those around us and stuff, and not necessarily saying it's like a bad thing. Sometimes that can help you. You can be like, damn, that person has like that quality and stuff. Like I really like that about them. Not saying you like should like copy them, but just like maybe you are copying them. Or just like maybe it's like a thing that they do. If you just start doing that, maybe you can like understand how that person has that quality, if that makes sense. Because I don't know, I don't think this is just necessarily like with some things as well. I feel like this can also apply for instance, academics maybe. Like, especially like myself, when I see like other people around me and stuff, they did well on a test and stuff like that. I'm just like damn, like they're so like smart, like I wish I had that. But I mean, like the reality is they probably also like worked their ass off for that grade. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Looping back to what I said before, I feel like a problem with like modern day society as well is that a lot of us are like driven by materialism, and just driven by money in general. I feel like that's very a very monotonous and futile way to live, if that makes sense. If you're chasing that sort of goal, I don't think that's what life is all about. Recently, as a college student and stuff, what I realized is that I reckon life is like all about memories. It's my realization and stuff, because when I'm like 70 years old, or 70, 80 years old, whatever, and like I want to look back and look at everything that I've done in like in a wider lens, obviously. And I feel like taking photos and stuff, is a great way to achieve that, because in my opinion, whenever I look at a photo, I can visualize exactly where I was during that moment. And I feel like a lot of those memories and stuff can like simply like drift by, or like simply like just be forgotten about. But seeing a simple photograph, or even like a video, anything can help you remember how happy you were during that moment. Not necessarily happy and stuff, like even like maybe like a photograph of you during like a rough time, but I also saw a good saying: remember the lesson, forget the teacher. I also think that's very valuable. But yeah, no, seeing those like photographs and stuff, I feel like that is the human experience as a whole. Looking at it from such like a wide lens, like through those photographs and stuff, I think it can help you develop appreciation. Obviously, like it's like a first year uni student and stuff. There's like a joke about like all like the uni. I don't know if this is necessarily where you guys are at. I don't know where you guys are at. Could be high school, uni, work, but hanging like, yeah, I've got a photo wall hanging next to my bed right now. Down at my college. Currently, I'm at home, but and like on like the college, like on the wall is like all of the photos from the past like 12 months. Not like, yeah, so like, but my plan anyway. Where I'm trying to go with this is that I want to slowly like what I'm gonna do is every semester is I'm gonna like stash away these photos, take them all down off the wall and stuff, and like restart it new, and like take all those photos and put them in a box or something, like totally label them like college, like semester 1, and like, or like end of high school or something. And then what I'm gonna do, and like I'm about to head back to my second semester. And what I want to do is that I want to, all the photos that I take across this next like 6 months and stuff, that I'm going to add them to the photo wall. And then at the end of the 6 months, at the end of my first year of uni, then I'm going to like take all the photos down again and once again like stash them away. I want to like repeat this process, and then I don't know necessarily when I look at them, it could be the end of who knows, maybe the end of uni, maybe in 10 years from now, maybe I'll forget about them, and then I stumble upon them in like 50 odd years or so, and I'm just like, holy shit, like here's all like the photos and stuff, all those great memories and stuff. I feel like that is a great way of self-reflection, and that is one way to appreciate life's beauty. Looking back to what I said before, comparison is the thief of joy. I feel like social media as a whole is also very dangerous. In all sense, you can just like, it just doesn't depict the whole like story of what someone is saying, of who someone is or who they are and stuff like that. And I just think it gives a very like false perception, false comparisons, all those influences and stuff, especially like fitness influences, just creating unrealistic standards of what you should be. I feel like life is also a bit like riding a bicycle, or at least you want it to be like riding a bicycle. Personally, all the bikes that I ride a bike down at college and stuff to get into my classes and everything. But you can't go backwards. At least on my bike, I don't know if this is for all bikes. I'm pretty sure it is, but on my bike, at least you can't go backwards. You can only go forwards. You can choose the speed that you want to go at. You can be slow, fast, or anything, but that's up to you how fast you want to go. Any change is good in my opinion. Like I said before, remember the lesson, forget the teacher. Any change is good. And, you know, I feel like we're always changing. I feel like there's no end goal. I feel like there is, you know, maybe there is an end goal, but I feel like for the most part we're always changing, and honestly, you don't want to reach that goal. You want to get close to it. But, and you know, okay, if you do reach that goal, then set a new goal. But, you know, another good quote, he who thinks the journey is over is truly lost. I personally feel like, you know, that quote as a whole applies to what I was just saying, and that the whole idea of excellence as a whole, I'm a big fan of excellence. And basically just, you know, being better than you were yesterday. But I feel like in that sense, and compare, like, during my time in year 12 in high school, that was like the whole, my head of schools, his big idea was all about excellence, you know, and he talked about being better than what you were yesterday and stuff. But I feel like progress isn't necessarily linear over a day-to-day period. You know, you can have like your ups and downs and stuff. I feel like as long as you can look back over a wider time frame, maybe over a year or a month, year, I feel like a month's like the absolute like minimum that you can go, but like even over a year, looking back over a year and being like, damn, like, did I achieve that? Like, is that what I wanted to happen? How close am I to my goals and stuff like that? I feel like when you look at it like that, in that sense, excellence becomes a lot more applicable to everyday life. So I think that's all I have to say from this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do see this, not sure what I'm going to do with it. Hopefully the first of many. And if it didn't help you, it helped me. But yeah, that's about all. Wishing you all the best.